Hey friends, Phebe Trotman here. Welcome to another edition of Bursts of Brilliance. Super excited to have you here. If you're watching live, go ahead and drop a one. Let us know where you're watching in from. If you're catching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Drop a two and let us know where you're listening in from. So I'm super duper excited with my guest today. And the reason I wanted to share Bursts of Brilliance is because the contributors of Never Quit on a Bad Day are phenomenal people. I've been so fortunate to have them in my life as mentors, as friends. And so I want everyone else to have a chance to meet them a little bit, which is why we came together for this book. But then also now you get a chance to meet the people behind the pages. And so today I'm here with my good friend, Steve Schulz. Steve has been an amazing mentor to me. We connected in a previous business. And he just came in and absolutely just poured into me in terms of just belief and confidence and cheerleading and just ideas and strategies. And so, Steve, I just want to say, first of all, a huge thank you for saying yes. Thank you for the impact that you've had in my life and thousands of people, because you just touch everyone that you meet. You're literally changing lives all around the world. And for you to take out some time to be a part of this Burst of Brilliance, and then even the book, just means so much to me. So thank you for being on today.
Well,
and thank you for being the incredible human that you are.
yeah, Phoebe, thank you so much for asking me to participate in this amazing project. I mean, I was overwhelmed, to be honest with you, when you asked me to be a part of this. I'm like, of course I'm going to do this. It's Phoebe's deal. Of course I'm going to do this.
Oh, you're the best. Okay, well, let's start with that then. Like, why did you say yes? When I reached out to you and just said, hey, here's what I want to create, here's what, and you were on that list because, again, you've just had such an impact in my life and you continue to bless other people.
Yeah, I think Phoebe, there's a number of reasons. Number one, you were the number one reason. You were the number one reason. You were by far the number one reason. But then number two, when you told me what the format was, I knew people could learn from that. And I'm not saying just from me, from everybody that you had participate in this project, but I knew that I could write something that people could learn from. And I'm a huge believer that life is nothing more than building relationships and sharing ideas. And this book is so filled with ideas on how to progress through life. And it doesn't matter what you're doing in life. And I thought to myself, I think I could help some people in that. I've been doing what I've been doing now for 33 years, and I've got a little bit of some stories and some experience that people could draw from. And I thought, heck yeah, I'm going to do it for Phoebe, and I'm going to do it for every single person that wants to achieve maybe a little bit more in life.
Awesome. Well, your story is incredible, and just the resilience and the pivoting that you had to do is amazing. And so let me ask you this then. What are your overall thoughts of the book? And one thing I'll share for everyone who's watching. So when I reached out to the contributors, none of them knew who else was going to be in the book. So I reached out to them and I actually didn't let them see who's in it or the other stories until it was all finished. So they had a chance, obviously, to go through their story and the reflections on resilience at the end of the chapter. They knew they contributed the video. They didn't know how it was all going to come together until the book was finished. So I'd love to hear what are your overall thoughts on the book now that you've seen it, you've seen who's in it, you've read the stories. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, Phoebe, you cracked me up because I had no idea who was in it. And when I got my copy of the book, I'm going, Jordan Adler's in this book. Scott Hospital's in this book. Vanessa Hunter's in this book. These are like some of my best friends in the entire world. And we never even talked to each other about it. And it was just great the way that you did that. Because I wasn't gonna go to them anyways and say, hey, what are you writing about? Because number one, I knew now that they're in the book, I knew what they were going to write was going to help a bunch of people. But listen, there's so many similar stories. There's so many similar stories of perseverance. When I read Scott's story, Scott Hospital, and this guy has won a Division III national championship. Okay, basketball. And, he tells in his part of the story is like, listen, my coach told me to transfer. My coach told me after a practice, you can't win a championship here. And he completely proved him wrong. Jordan Adler, when he went through everything that he went through to look at the success that guy's had in life, you're sitting there going, okay, if anybody ever had a reason to quit, it'd be Jordan. It could have been Jordan. And so when the title of your book is so great, Never Quit on a Bad Day. I was reading Simon's story. Simon Chan, is that yep. Simon Chan? And this one really got me because this was similar to me when I was growing up. I thought I had a decent job. I kind of liked what I did. And all of a sudden I grabbed Rich Dad Poor Dad, just exactly like Simon did. And Simon looked at it and realized, oh my gosh, I'm here. I'm in a situation where it's not bad. I don't hate myself every morning for showing up for work. I don't get paid a lot, but it pays the bills. And all of a sudden he reads Rich Dad Poor Dad, and all of a sudden this light bulb goes off. And I literally had that moment with every single chapter that I read. Everybody had that light bulb moment. And so the lesson behind all of that is never quit on a bad day. Right? Never quit on a bad day, and always be aware. I tell people this all the time, Phoebe. I say, listen, oftentimes we are in the right place at the right time. We're often in the right place at the right time, but we don't recognize it. We don't recognize it. We missed Amazon. You and I missed Amazon. We missed Netflix. Do you remember when Netflix was just like mailing DVDs through the mail?
Oh my gosh. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, what? Really?
That company's going to go out of business tomorrow. Yeah, we missed that one. Okay. So I always tell people, just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. And every single person in this book kept their eyes wide open. And it made a huge difference in their life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and it's funny because Rich Dad Poor Dad, friends, if you're watching and you haven't read Rich Dad Poor Dad, please go get that book, because that was a huge eye opener for myself as well too. I know Dave and Roxanne, they said the same thing. So there's that commonality. So friends, read that book. It's a very interesting light bulb moment type of book, right? For sure.
Yeah. Dave and Roxanne, their story, I was reading their story and I'm like, all the challenges that they went through, and their mindset was, well, this challenge, is going to make us stronger. Every challenge that I come across, I just know that I'm going to be stronger because of that. I'm like, how many people think that way? Not very many. Not very many. But if you have that mindset, oh my gosh, Phoebe.
Yeah. You move through the world differently. So let me ask you this. Who do you feel like can benefit from reading this book?
I have to keep this politically correct. My kids. No. That's dad stuff. No. Who can benefit? Oh, come on, Phoebes. I think anybody who's got their eyes wide open, anybody that's looking to better themselves. I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me last night. One of my friends on Facebook was his son posted, and there's nothing against this, okay? There's nothing bad here, but I just want to tell you what I'm talking about here. This kid was posting that he just got his dream job. Okay. He was at this school district for 5 years and he just got his dream job, which meant he went back to his hometown and now he's the FIAD teacher at the middle school. And that's his dream job. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But this kid lives his life with blinders on. Because if he's thinking that his dream job is working in a middle school as a middle school FIAD teacher, somebody needs to open his eyes. Somebody needs to open his eyes. And listen, I'm not saying that's bad, because it's not his fault. It's not his fault. But I know the people that he hangs around with, and they all come from the blue collar work 9 to 5, work 30 years of your life, and then go retire. And then you're supposed to live on half the money you couldn't live on to begin with. And this group accepts that. And I don't know why I was so blessed to see past that at the age of 26. Now, it took me to the age of 26 to figure it out. It took me that long to figure out that, listen, I need to do something on my own. And so when I see people like, when you ask me who needs to read this book, people like that. Which is 95% of our population. Like the other 5% are like us. Like we're always looking for things to make our lives better, and we're looking to improve things. And when you read this book and you read the success stories that people had, you're going to realize that, okay, first of all, these people are just like me. The only difference is that they had their vision was just bigger. They were just able to see things that today maybe I can't see. And I think this book will open everybody's eyes.
Yeah, awesome. So let me ask you this though, because you're talking about joking with your kids reading it, but if you could speak to younger Steve, so you're Steve Schulz, you know what you know now, you literally travel the world speaking and helping people create dream lives. So if you could talk to younger Steve Schulz, what would you say? And just especially for some of our listeners and viewers who are in that younger generation, what would be a piece of advice you would give to younger Steve or someone else in that generation?
Yeah, this is a really tough question because I get this question asked a lot. And
Mhm.
some, people will say, "Hey, Steve, if you had a chance to do it all over again, what would you do different?" And my answer is nothing. Absolutely nothing, because everything that I did brought me to this moment right here. Now, I will answer your question because I think I can speed that moment up a little bit. And how I would speed it up is I would work with the people who deserved my time. And
Okay.
I know that sounds harsh, but I spent so much time, Phoebe, trying to drag people across the finish line of success.
Mm.
I had to constantly remotivate people and remind them why they're doing certain things. And really, it took so much energy to do that. And I would go back and say, listen, I'm going to provide all the tools necessary for you to become successful. It is your job to take the key fob and start the engine. Notice I didn't say key. I didn't want
You didn't say key. I was waiting. I was like, oh, go on, Steve, with the fob. Nicely done. Nicely done.
It's your job to take that key fob, sit in the vehicle, and run with it. That's what I would do different. I would, and please don't take this the wrong way. I wouldn't waste my time with people who don't deserve my time. And I know that sounds harsh, but I would give them all the tools necessary for them to succeed, but I would let them fail faster. I tried to always be the support model to some people who just wanted to fail. It's like they were looking for reasons to fail. And I would have to sort those people out faster. That's what I would do different.
Gotcha. Awesome. That's brilliant. So anyways, that's why we're calling it Burst of Brilliance, because throughout this short time that we have together, the nuggets of wisdom that you're sharing, Steve, is so powerful. And I truly believe it's, as you said, like it's being aware. And part of wanting to do this is just to share with other people to, again, expand the vision of what is actually possible out there. So let me ask you this. So one other quick question. So when you're having not like a bad day, but just that moment where maybe your energy's a little low, something happened that just kind of was like a little frustrated, a little disappointed or whatnot. Is there anything that you do to change your state or your energy? Like, what do you do?
I try to prime myself every morning, Phoebe, because I know that the day is going to throw obstacles in my way. And the one thing that how I prime myself is I go to the gym every morning, and I'm usually there by 6 a.m. I'm an avid racquetball player. I've been hurt many times. Right now, Phoebe, I'm nursing a sprained knee. It's like, come on, a sprained knee. I've had a hip replacement. I've had a total Achilles blowout. And now I have a sprained knee. I'm like, come on, Steve. So I try to walk away. Like if things just aren't going the right way, I will walk out of here and I'll go to the gym. I'll go to the gym and and I don't want to say frustration because that's kind of a cop out. It's not frustration. I just need to just get away. And what it does, it just clears my head. I'm pretty darn good at that sport, and I will get on the court and I will have some success. And when I walk off the court, I'm like, let's go figure this deal out. So basically it just cleanses me a little bit. I try to do that every morning. And sometimes in the afternoon, like when things are it's like, I don't know, it's raining out or something's just not right, I'll call up my boys and go, hey, who wants to play? And we just walk away from the situation knowing that we can come back to it with a clearer head. And
love that.
That's kind of what I do.
Yeah, I love that. I'm so similar to you. Like I go work out, go play soccer, go work out, go to boot camp, something, because it just, again, it shifts that energy. And then it's interesting, I find too, when I do something to change that state, as you said, you come back with a clear head. A lot of times it doesn't seem as bad. Like then I'm like, it's not a big deal. Whatever. It's all good. It's interesting. So again, if anyone is watching and you're also someone who goes and works out, or share, what do you do to change your state? Comment below. We'd love to hear you. So you guys, this is chapter 6, Steve Schulz. This is his chapter right there.
I know that guy.
Part, you know that guy. Yeah, great chapter all about turning adversity into opportunities and pivoting. And so, thank you so much, Steve. So before we jump off here, we're going to finish with a fun little game that all the contributors we've been playing. So I'm going to flip a coin. You can call heads or tails. If it lands on heads, we're going to play lightning, which just means I fire rapid fire questions at you.
Okay.
If it lands on tails, and basically rapid fire means whatever pops in my head at that moment. Tails is then we play hot potato. So I can ask you a question, you answer, then you fire one back at me. I answer, we go back and forth for about a minute.
Let's go.
Do a little timer. Hold on. Let's get this going. Okay. Ready?
Heads.
Heads? Okay. It's heads.
What are we playing?
Lightning. I get to fire your questions. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Okay. Ocean, lake, beach for swimming in. Ocean, lake, pool.
Swim in a pool, walk on the ocean.
Okay. Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Okay. Favorite vacation spot?
Favorite vacation spot, the Maldives.
Ooh, we got to talk about that. Okay. Now I'm thinking about Maldives. Okay. Bring it back. Favorite type of movie? Genre of movie?
Will Ferrell comedies. Will Ferrell.
Nice, good stuff. Okay. Favorite type of music?
Country music. I'm a country boy.
Nice. Okay. If you could have dinner with anyone today, living or deceased, who would that be?
Muhammad Ali.
Ooh, nice.
No question, Muhammad Ali.
Love it. We're almost at a minute, but I want to go a little extra because I have some other stuff roaming in my head that needs to come out. East Coast or West Coast?
Gosh, I love them both. I love East Coast.
Okay.
I love the hustle and bustle of New York. I really do.
That's nice. If you could travel anywhere right now and just be there like this, where would you go?
Australia.
Okay. Have you been there before?
I've been there a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There's someone you've never been that you want to go to.
Ireland.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Let me finish off with a doozy. Favorite flavor of ice cream?
Okay. You guys are going to just hate me for this. Vanilla.
I'm
not kidding. Colleen just, it's almost grounds for divorce when I just tell her I just want vanilla ice cream. She's like, I don't even know you.
With some topping at least? Like throw some chocolate chips, chocolate
sprinkles. Little candy sprinkles. Yes, I'm for. Yes, I'm for.
That question. See, I knew someone was going to come out that we had to go a little bit longer. And then now you guys heard it here. He's vanilla and sprinkles. We'll allow it. Awesome. Well, Steve, okay. So, yes, wait, you were going to say something.
I was prepared to play that hot potato game with you.
Were you?
Yeah. What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
You didn't flip that coin. You didn't end up getting.
I know. Just answer one question. What's your favorite late night snack? What's your go-to late night snack?
You know what? I'm not a big late night go-to snacker. I know I'm not, but I'd say popcorn, possibly. Popcorn?
That's cool. Yeah. Last question for you. Soccer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Women's soccer.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. women or Canadian women?
Uh-oh, I think I just froze or you just froze.
You got me? Come on, Phoebe. Oh, Phoebe, you froze. Come on back to me, Phoebe. Come on back. Come on, Phoebe. Come on back to me. Spinning. Come on, Phoebes.
as well too. There he is. He's back. I don't know if that was me or you. I was just talking about where everyone can join us.
I was talking too, so I don't know how you're going to edit this out.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. That's the beauty of just being live. Cool. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Queens.
Okay. So what was your question? You left me at soccer.
Yeah, I said women's soccer. U.S. women or Canadian women?
Oh, come on. Canada all the way. World Cup. Here we go. Let's go, Canada.
It's starting too, right? It's starting.
I know it's around the corner. So too funny, too funny. So I was just saying how where everyone can go to join the community. And you guys, here's one thing I want to encourage you to do. When you get the book, share your thoughts of it, but not even that. Post a picture of it and comment with your goal so we can shout you out. Tag us in there, never quit on a bad day, hashtag as well, because we want to cheer you on. I love seeing people's goals. I'm a big woohoo, let's go get them kind of thing person. So feel free to do that as well. And then join us tomorrow, 12 noon. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have another contributor, another burst of brilliance. Steve, I just want to say a massive thank you so much for taking time out. I know you're jet setting all over, so I really appreciate you taking time out to contribute to this book, as well as just to be here on Burst of Brilliance. I adore you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're so welcome, Phoebe. Thank you for asking me.
My pleasure. Okay, you guys, we will see you tomorrow for another episode of Burst of Brilliance. Take care.